And we are alive. Hey, Chris.
How you doing, Jeff? Just so you know, I'm looking at my screen here, and I'm getting a circle of death. So I can't confirm that we're live, and I'm not getting any notices.
Oh, you're not?
No, and I'm just using my laptop. But
okay, well, we'll ask people in the chat if they can hear us all right. We have Nona, good evenings, and Twisted Koi. Hi, Vince.
Okay, so you're okay then. It's just mine that's acting up.
Okay, well, I can see you just fine.
No, I can see you. I just didn't. I keep losing internet connection on my laptop, so now I won't be able to tell who's commenting or the chats.
Oh, you know what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just bring every chat up. I think I can do that. I'll start at the beginning. We've got Sam in the house. We got Adam. Hello, Adam. He's lurking right now. We got Sketty Nona. That's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Twisted Koi.
Hey, Vince.
Have our good friend Mal.
Is he really a good friend?
He's a good friend. He is.
I'm kidding. I love the guy.
The sense of humor he has, I tell you what, he actually the other night had me crying. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even breathe.
I love his haircut. We have the same barber, you know.
in Gil. Hello, Gil.
The crazy Aussie.
Fish family. I think we're in the chat now, and
perfect.
So you cannot see that, but you can. I can just bring those up when they come up. Okay. And we got the banner here. We're going to start this. The topic we're doing, as you can see, the ticker tape going across. We're going to be talking about fish breeding, and it's for fun and profit for me. A lot of people do it just for profit, but I enjoy it just for what it is.
It's all part of the hobby, right? So
it is.
And it's a learning process. And then, you get your own niche, what you feel comfortable breeding and what works for you, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you've got several species that work really well for you. And, I'd love to see some of the mollies that you're doing. And I'd love to hear how you get them ready to breed.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I will. I'll be switching over. I have to switch over on my phone for that, so it might take a couple minutes.
That's okay.
I will. I'll do that. Okay, and I'll do that, and then Chris will just take over and keep you guys.
I'll entertain. I'll sing. I'll dance.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds good. All right, I'll see you.
I won't sing for Vince though.
We'll see you all in just a few minutes. Bye.
Well, I've always admired Jeff's mollies, so I wanted to bring it up with him because I've raised live bears before. Yeah, you can get them to breed, but to get quality and to get quantity, you have to do something right. And Jeff has some amazing black mollies. They're all healthy. They're vibrant. I've really never had any luck with mollies, so I've always been impressed by them. And I want him to share some of his knowledge with you guys in his breeding process.
Okay, we're back here. Can you hear me okay, Chris?
Yep, hear you just great.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a different layout here, Chris. It's going to show...
Yeah, why don't you put yours up full screen if you can, or can't you from there?
What I'll do is this. See if that works. Oops. Let me try that again.
No, that's full screen.
That's the wrong. Here we go.
We don't want to see that. That we want to see.
Let's try this one. There we go. How does that look? That's good. I want to be able to see you as well. So this works out well.
Yeah, it does.
All right. So you were asking about the black mollies.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is a fairly easy species to breed. It's a live bear, of course.
Yep.
Now there's not a whole lot that goes into breeding these. They appreciate a hard water.
Right.
And so my water is naturally hard here. Even though I have these down here with the apistos, these apistos will still breed in this tank. There's really, for these, I feed these guys cichlid flake. I know they're not a cichlid, but it's a high protein food.
Yeah.
And they love it.
Now, do you use brackish water, or do you increase the salinity, or?
Oh no, this is completely fresh water. That's one of the misconceptions that people get. Just because black mollies can go into brackish water, no, this is total fresh water. The reason why they thrive so well in the salinity in the salt water is because generally the KH is much higher and the water is more alkaline. But these have always been in fresh water their entire lives. In fact, this is like third or fourth generation since I've been breeding these.
I was actually in a hot springs one, and it was just full of mollies. And,
oh wow!
Yeah, and you know the water's going to be really hard there.
Oh yeah, yeah. These guys breed really well for me. I just had a fairly good sized shipment go out from my Get Gill store. I had a little bit of a car trouble on the way there. My battery died after I boxed them all up and got to the car to take them to the post office, and then the car wouldn't start. But that's a long story that we won't go into. But I got them all out, and hopefully they should be arriving today to the gentleman over in New Jersey.
Now I take it you separate the female that are drop or fry into a separate tank, or?
Yeah, I can do that. But the problem is most every female I have is pregnant almost all the time.
Yeah.
As you can see here, you can see the well, I'll point out right back there is a nice big female right near the sponge filter there.
Yeah.
She's ready to drop at any moment. Now, I don't have a whole lot of tanks where I can just put her in and let her do that. So generally, I've just been community breeding for right now.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I need to set up some new tanks just for that purpose because I've been selling pretty much out of these guys. I had to go into my breeding tank here to take some. So the person requested all females from me, which normally I would only sell unsexed.
Yeah.
But it's a repeat customer, so I want to oblige them because it's the third order they've had from me from different stuff.
Right. And
so,
how much, can I ask you about how much you put them out for?
What's that?
Can I ask about roughly what you're charging?
Oh, I sold these for $4 a piece.
Good. So there's a bit of profit in there for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great.
It's competitive. It's probably about the same price or maybe even a little bit more than what they sell in the big box stores.
Yeah, but you're getting quality and they're healthy.
Oh, much better quality.
They haven't traveled half the world to get to yet.
Yeah, I got these. I've had these from a good source a long time ago, and this line has been going on, and I'd say these are probably some of the best black mollies you could probably get in North America. And I'm not saying that I'm the god of mollies or anything, but these are good quality mollies.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. I still can't get my laptop to work properly. Just trying to check some of the chats.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and pull those up here. Yep, there you go. That's pretty much all you got to do for the mollies. Coralworks says add water, add food, add hidey holes, profit.
Hey, Coral.
Yeah, I made a little profit on it, except I had car trouble, which ate up all my profits and then some. But Black Molly from Mike from New Local Austin. Can you see them when I bring them up, Chris?
I can.
Oh, okay. Let me go back and see what else if I've missed any other ones. Aquarium Galena says, spin us to the right, Stubbsy.
Spin you to the right.
Spin you to the right.
That way?
Let's see what he says here.
I apologize.
No, I said I wasn't the Molly God. I'm not the Molly God, but I do have, I'm pretty proud of this line of black mollies that I've had for several years, and they do really well. And let's see here, I got some more. I sold most of them out of this tank down here. This was, as you can see, there's only a few left in there. I might take,
Yep.
I may actually use this 29 gallon to bring the females down to release their babies in here. Because this was pretty much full of black mollies. And like I said, on Monday when I shipped them all out, I had a lot of them come out of here. So I had about 20 of them. I think about 20 altogether, I believe it was I had that in this tank. And most of them were females. So the man that ordered them is going to be having lots of them. I just have one solitary male down in this tank right now. He's just, I had to take one of the females out of this tank, and he's been kind of depressed, so I got to put another one. I'll probably take one from this tank and swap it over here because he's been acting kind of odd since I removed his mate.
So I just, like I said, I apologize. I can't keep up with the comments.
Oh, yeah, I'm just bringing them up as they come up.
So I apologize.
So I'm going to take you now and show you a new tank that I set up that I have. I chose one of my best, if not the best, black molly, male and female. Of course, it's on a substrate that's black diamond blasting sand, so they're going to be difficult to see, but here's the female. And see if I can locate the male. He's in here. Where's he at? He's probably hiding. In fact, the female just left for hiding too, it looks like. I didn't really realize I was going to do that on a black substrate with the black mollies, but it just turned out that way. Because I bought a 50-pound bag of it and I wanted to try it out in some tanks. But this is one of my breeding projects in here. I mean, it doesn't look like much because we're getting a couple no-shows here. They're hiding out. One of my more successful breeding projects at the moment is right next door to another tank that I just set up about 2 weeks ago. And here are Blue Star Endlers.
Yep.
That I added 2 females from my main Blue Star tank, and they dropped, as soon as I put them in the tank, within 2 or 3 days, they dropped all their fry. And so now I added this little male Endler right here. You can see the colored one there, the little colored up.
Yep.
And since then, they've already, I've had some real tiny babies in here, so it's like they're really going to town in here.
Well, that's good.
Yes, definitely. And there's not much in the way of plants in this tank. Like I said, it's a new tank, and I don't have a lot of extra plants, but I'm going to be getting some because they do appreciate that when they're breeding. I notice when they breed around here, they hang around with that moss there, and the little fry will go in there. So yeah, so there's that. And then what else am I breeding right now? Well, I got my African cichlids here. I can turn around this way. I can show you the examples of the. You see there. You see right there. There's a female, and you can see the chin distended on it.
Yep. She's got a mouthful.
She has a mouthful of fry right now.
Yeah. So what do you do to get them in spawning condition?
These guys here. What I do is I'll just do a water change and bring the temperature down a couple degrees. I'll do like maybe a 25-30% water change, maybe a little bit more. And these guys right here are pretty hardy when it comes to the breeding. There's the male right there. He's the head honcho of the tank. And he will he'll court all these females. There's a few of them in here that are holding right now. This one there. I'm trying to find the other ones. There's a couple over here. And what I do with these is I have a breeding basket I'll put up and I'll hang it in here.
Oh, really?
I'll put the female in there because all the time that she's holding the egg, she doesn't eat. And the male will continually try to breed with all these females, whether they're holding or not. So she's at the point right now where I'm going to add her to a basket. I would do it right now, but I don't have the tripod for this right now, but I'll be doing that soon, and I'll maybe take a small video afterwards.
Now, where do you put all the fry for those?
Then I try to scrounge up another tank to grow the fry out. Now, I have an abundance of these African cichlids. Got them over here too, and there's probably some pregnant ones in here as well with the red zebras.
Yep.
But to be honest, I love these fish. But when we're talking about fish breeding for fun and profit, the fun part is there, but they don't sell.
That amazes me because they would sell here like crazy, but I guess it's all supply and demand, right?
Yeah, I think so. Well, we got a lot of big cichlid breeders here in Michigan. We got, who do we have here? Cunningham Cichlids. He's a guy that lives here in Michigan. He's a real big into the cichlid hobby, and he has a store that he sells lots of African cichlids from. So it's, it's kind of like going up against a major big box store when you're a small, small-time breeder. Now, even though these fish are really good quality, I mean, the colors there, it's a beautiful fish. It really is. And they do breed fairly easily. With these guys here, it's pretty much the Hikari cichlid, African cichlid Excel is what I feed them mostly. I'll give them some Tetra cichlid flake, and then every now and then I'll throw in some duckweed, and they love that for the veggies because they're more of a vegetable-based diet. And other than that, I don't give them any live food to speak of. Even the fry, when they come out, they get like a powdered fry food.
Yep.
But they're pretty. This is a pretty easy species. The dragon blood peacocks and also the red zebras, pretty much the same thing, and they all breed the same way as well. They'll hold the eggs in their mouth. They'll hatch, and once the egg soaks have been dissolved in the fry have taken them all in, and when they're ready to start eating, the female will let them go.
Well, I'm sure Gil would want it if they were South American cichlids, but
yeah,
he's a little biased apparently.
South America, wonderful fish. Yeah,
coming from a guy who lives in a country that has the most beautiful fish going.
Yeah,
in rainbow, I don't know.
Well, you know what the thing of it is though is we have some beautiful native fish here. And I got one of them. I got my sunfish. I'm not going to show him right now because he's in a tank that I need to clean the algae off the glass because. But
we got them there as well. And some of the shiners we get, they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
And they
but when you're in another country, you want to have something exotic. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see being in Australia, even though they got the beautiful rainbow fish, and they want to have something that's unique, and. So I think that's probably why. I mean, so I love the South American cichlids too. That's what I was into mostly, that and the Central American, before I started getting the African cichlids, but now I'm kind of migrating away from all this right now. I mean, I've had these guys for several years and I've been breeding them, but they're difficult to move along, and it's hard to do new projects.
Yeah.
With these,
no. So
I'll try it.
Costing you more to feed than you're getting out of them.
Well, I'm not really too concerned about. Well, it is a concern with the food bill, but I love the fish. I mean, I'm not going to get rid of all of them. I'm going to keep them for my own because I do enjoy them. But I have other things here that I'm breeding. Of course, I got my shrimp.
Yep.
And they're quite easy to. I mean, they're one of the easiest things I've ever had to breed. Pretty much put them in here, give them their food, and their food I have Bacter AE, and I also have some shrimp baby from Glass Garden. But a lot of the times I'll throw an algae wafer in here. I did that earlier just so they'd be gathered for this video. I do this every so often just to get some good photos of them. And they're not picky about their food. You can take in some any type of flake food, goldfish or tropical fish, it doesn't really matter. You grind it up into a fine powder.
Really?
And I'll put it in the tank, and what it does, it'll snow down. It'll look like a snowstorm in your tank. And it creates a biofilm. And that's what these guys really love. And they will swarm all over it, and they'll just go to town on it.
Let's go back to the chat and see who all is here.
Okay.
I apologize again because I can't do anything and kind of just in the way.
Okay, so let's see here. Let's see how far we got. Oh, Black Molly, Ramba Lamba. Okay. Molly God. Okay. I feel loud, which is funny because I consider myself a loud individual. Oh, we have Sharpie. Hey, John, how you doing?
Hey, Sharp.
Yeah, we're just showing some of the things that I'm breeding in the fish room right now. And hello, John. We got Johnny No Shoes from My Fish Tank Aquatics. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Got
Nice.
Aqua Garden Zen. I'm just going to go right down the chat. Everybody saying hello to each other. That's great. I've been talking along here. I haven't been able to see the chat either, so here we go. Working our way down. I think I missed a lot in chat, actually. Chris, I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Like I said, I don't, for some reason, my laptop, it keeps kicking me out, saying I'm not connected, and so I can't read anything.
Mm.
I've entered the password twice, and I hate laptops.
Well, we're getting down there. We're going to see here. We've got New York, Austin. What I'm going to do is while I'm doing this, bringing this up, I'm going to walk over to another group of fish that these guys bred without me even really trying to do anything with them. And a while back, I had my a video out of fire mouths. This is like the second generation of them. I was able to move some of these on. They're a bit easier to sell than the Africans, but oh yeah, these are actually wonderful fish. These would be perfect for your barb tanks.
What's the temperature in there?
These guys can go down to like 72. For the fire mouse, I'd go anywhere between 72 and 80 to keep it nice for them. They might be able to go a little bit cooler than that, but in there right now, I got it set for 78.
And how are they with plants? Do they like eating them?
I got the junk. They don't bother the jungle veil. They don't bother the moss. I got some Anubias floating there. They do like to pick through the substrate and like for particles of food, like a geophagus would do.
Or the goldfish?
But not quite as much. But the thing with these is they're a semi-aggressive fish, so that your barbs wouldn't be able to take too much advantage of them, I don't think.
Well, my barbs are pretty peaceful, the ones I have.
Yeah, but you can see here how aggressive they are. They're really actually not a very aggressive fish. I mean, they get it when they're out. Except with a caveat is when they're breeding. I don't even like to put my hand in the tank with that guy because he will charge you right there. When they're breeding, they become a totally different animal. They're extremely aggressive.
Are they a mouth brooder too?
No, these aren't. These guys here will lay a patch of eggs on a rock, like say on this flat rock here, or inside of a cave. With these guys, they actually laid their eggs on the base of that sponge filter down there. And apparently she laid them along there, and then when they hatched, yeah, any surface they can get, really, for these guys.
And what do you get for these, if I can ask?
These guys here, I'd sell them cheap, about $3 a piece when they're smaller. Now these bigger here, I'd probably sell for $5.
Now, I know you also breed bristlenose.
Yes.
I've got a few tanks with a few bristlenose, but I think everything gets picked off pretty quick.
Well, here we go. I'll bring you over to the bristlenose tank here. These guys here are pretty easy to breed. I just give them some fresh vegetables once in a while. I give them, when I want to get them in breeding, in a really good breeding situation, I'll give them rapashi, which is a gel food.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's not necessary, but I do it because it really likes to fatten the females up a little bit better. But they love the zucchini, they love the cucumber.
Do you blanch that or just drop it?
No, this is raw. This is just raw zucchini. And in the stream we just did, we were talking about that, about different ways people do their foods and stuff like that. Now, I find myself that I like to do it this way because it lasts longer. And it gives, unless I want to put like 2 or 3 different forks in there, this gives everybody a chance to get some without it being, because I put this in just earlier today, and this will be completely devoured by tomorrow morning.
Really?
It'll be gone.
So you won't have to clean your fork?
Yeah, I'll just have an empty fork in that tank. There'll be just a fork there tomorrow, all by itself. These guys will work on that nonstop. And I got, for them, for the Plecostomus, you do need to have a cave. I've found that on a rare occasion they will breed on, like, behind the sponge filter there. Yep. But they do like caves the best, I've noticed. And just get them nice and fat, keep them well fed. When the male traps the female in the cave, he'll keep her in there until she lays her eggs, and he'll fertilize them. Then from that point on, he won't eat for about 10 or 15 days until once they hatch and become free swimming and whatnot. And they're pretty easy species to breed.
Now I know bristlenose go for a pretty good $1 in my area.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Like if you want to get, like I'm not talking any of the L whatever, but if you just want to get it like a red bristlenose, or you're looking at $8 to $16.
Oh wow!
At a pet store.
Well, that's if you've got a decent LFS. If you have a decent LFS near you, that the difficulty with these in my area right now is the only LFS we have in Lansing. He's got kind of a monopoly on the entire market, and he basically likes to take advantage of all of his customers. That, I know I might sound like scornful, but I've given him thousands of dollars worth of fish for pennies on the dollar over the years. That's why I decided to start selling online a few years ago, because I got tired of it. Because if I was to take these high quality, these are good quality albinos here. I could sell 6 pairs in this online for $20, $25 a pair, which is very cheap for a pair of breeding bristlenose. If I was to take that same pair down to the LFS in my town, he'd probably offer maybe $5 for the 2 of them, if that.
Yeah.
Or he would say, "Well, I don't really need them right now, but I'll take them if you want to just get rid of them." Yeah. So, stuff like that.
What I'd really love to see one day is you do up a video of you putting them together.
Yes, that's coming up. I'm going to be doing when I get my. I'm going to set up a breeding tank for them specifically, and I'm going to select a male and female. And that's coming up soon.
No, I mean like for selling them and shipping them off. From basically catching them, sorting them, putting them in a bag. What you're doing to the bag, whether you're putting pure oxygen or whatever you're doing,
right?
And then boxing it off. I think it'd be interesting for people to see how it's done.
Yeah, I done that with my shrimp. I caught them online, And I think I had another one where I did package up. I had some mystery snails that I did that with.
Yeah.
And one bristlenose pleco I did it. But I haven't sold any of these online yet because I'm waiting to sell these because I want to get an oxygen tank for one thing.
Yeah.
Because when I ship priority, which is, I think it's 1 to 4 days. It's usually 2 days for arrival, usually. But these bigger fish like this, I use breather bags for everything else. For like these blue star endlers, if I sell them, I'll put those in a breather bag. And the shrimp, they go in a breather bag, and they can go for an extended period of time, providing that if I just refrain from feeding them for about 2 or 3 days to allow them clear their systems out, they won't spoil the bag, but they'll have plenty of oxygen. Now these guys have the sharper spines that they would pop a hole in the breather bag. That's what's holding me back with these guys.
Yeah.
And so I'm just waiting on collecting the funds to get my oxygen tank and some. I like to use for something like these guys. I want to use like a 3 mil bag.
Yeah. Something they're not going to go out.
Something they're not going to puncture easily, and something big enough where I can put enough oxygen in there to get them to their destination in 2 or 3 days. So,
do we want to go back to the chat again? And
yeah, sure.
Maybe we can get somebody to act as a mod.
Oh yeah, I have mods out there.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys, if you want to drop links to anybody, please do so. Because as I rejoined with my phone, I don't actually see who's a mod and who isn't, but I'm pretty sure that most everybody in here.
I didn't know if it was because it's a different screen, but and I can't tell from this angle, right? So.
Okay. Yeah, I can't tell either who's a mod in this one or not, but anybody would like to drop links to each other, you can drop links to your own channels if you want to. That's not a problem for me.
Yeah, we don't frown upon that.
In fact, what I like to do is I like to support everybody and everybody support each other, and so I'm not. I have no problems with that.
Yeah. So do you want to pop back on and we can have a chat?
Sharpie says, I wonder if anybody has done a 6-part bristlenose breeding series of videos. Well, I think you probably have done that, John, haven't you?
I would think so.
Yeah, I think he has. I guarantee he's bred more bristlenose than I have. I'm pretty sure of that.
Being that I've never bred them, everyone's bred more.
You've never bred one?
Nope.
Well, you'll be getting a pair from me, and you're gonna see some baby bristlenose plecos in your tank.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Yep, absolutely. I think you requested you wanted the common ones. They're more of a black color.
Yep, if possible.
Okay. Well, what I think I might do then is I'm gonna pick out my best common male and female, and I'm gonna specifically produce them and see how many I can get, and then once I have a tank full of fry, I'll just send the pair to you.
Oh, you might have to wait till spring, depending on the weather.
Well, in the winter, it's actually okay to ship in the wintertime. I use heat packs that will keep them, and I keep insulated boxes with styrofoam and different insulation. And that coupled with like a 60-hour heat pack or a 72-hour heat pack, I've never had any problems really in the wintertime too much. It's the summer, it's when it's too hot. When it's hot is what the biggest problem is. It's easier to ship in the wintertime than it is in the summer because the heat, there's only so much you can do. The ice packs don't stay cold as long as the heat packs are engineered to stay warm for, a couple days.
Right.
Or more, depending on what one you get. They even have a 96-hour heat pack that you can get. So for something like this, shipping to you in Canada, say when it's really cold, of course we wouldn't want to do it when it's bitter cold, like -30.
No,
But if it's
not really.
if it's if it's 25 degrees, 30 degrees, something like that, I feel comfortable shipping them with a nice strong heat pack. So we'll see what happens. If the weather cooperates, we can get it to you sometime this winter, or we can get them to you sometime in the spring.
No rush. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. And do you see what time it is right now, Chris?
What's that?
Do you see what the time is?
It's 6:36.
6:36. Okay. Just to let everybody know, at 7 o'clock we have a premiere on Stubbs channel, and it's going to be continuing on with the breeding topic we're speaking about here, and he's going to be showing what he does with his barbs, and I believe your goldfish and koi as well, right?
No, just breeding outside with barbs. I brought all my pumpkin fry in from this year. They're already inside, and tanks are waiting for some of the fry from last year to come in that I kept over. They're really nice, and that's about it. I just have to bring in a few of the adult pumpkins, and we're all set.
Okay.
I've got all my barb fry inside. I'll have to start sorting through those shortly, but you'll have to wait and see how I did in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. DJ Guppy says, hi, Jeff. Hello, Chris. Got here late. I'll pick up now and then go back to watch the beginning after the end. Well, thank you so much, DJ.
Thanks, DJ. Hope to see you at 7 on the breeding outside with all the barbs outside the tubs.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's going to be fun.
I wanted to apologize again that I can't read any of the comments because I like
okay.
being able to comment back and forth.
I'm just going to try and bring them up one at a time here. Let's see here. Hey, Fish and Phantoms. Check out this shirt. Yes, he's got great bristlenose videos. Tommy Kins. Okay, let's catch up here. Okay. Ecosphere things with a breather bag. Oh, I'm sure you probably could. I mean, you could ship stuff in a breather bag. You could ship scuds and, but they're interesting. The breather bags are. I was always skeptical about the fact that they could take oxygen in and expel the CO2.
Yeah.
But it's apparently, I mean, I had, who was telling me? Mark Shelley from Mark Shelley's Aquatics. He had a shrimp shipment that he sent out, and it got mixed up in the mail and got lost. And it was 11 days in the breather bag, and the 10 shrimp that he had in the bag survived the trip. All 10.
That's amazing. Did I tell you we went to the Canadian Pet Expo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was interesting. It was my first time ever going to any of those type things, and it was interesting. I met some really cool people, and some that I knew, and some that I follow. I'll be releasing a video on Friday on it.
Nice.
There's a lot of people there, like the King of DIY, Joey, and Chris Biggs, that being Chris, the Mad Aquarius Biggs. He was there.
Oh, we have Adele. I missed a lot of people here. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Hi, Adele.
We have Tara from Tara's Tank Friends. She's in. Hello, Tara.
Hello.
My goodness, my chat jumped so badly that. Let's see here. Here we go. Thank you so much, Sam, for dropping links. I appreciate it.
And again, I apologize for not being able to read any of the chat.
Yeah, between my bad eyes and then Chris's laptop's not working, so he's not able to see the chat right now. So what I'm trying to do is bring everybody's chat up one at a time here.
what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, Jeff, is I'm going to sneak out. If you want to keep yours going for another 5-10 minutes or whatever you want to do.
Oh, I think we covered it pretty well here. I'm just gonna go through
I'm gonna sneak upstairs and see if I can get the last little bit on the TV, and that way I can answer via.
Okay, sounds good, Chris. We'll see you there.
I'll say goodbye for now.
I'll be over at 7 o'clock.
We'll see you at 7. Thanks, everyone, and I hope to see you at 7 for some breeding. It was shot a couple weeks ago, so there's a bit of a time lag. And thanks again, everyone, and thanks, Jeff, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. It's an honor, sir, having you on here. I really appreciate you being here.
That's my pleasure. Thanks again, and we'll see you real soon.
Okay, we'll see you. See you, Chris, a little bit.
Hey, buddy.
Bye-bye. All right. That was a really interesting conversation. It was really great having Chris on. So, back to comments. Continue on down here. I can see them. It was great seeing you, Red Laser, when from Chris's trip over to the Aquatic Expo in Canada. Oh, price for Denison Barb. Chris would have been one to answer that one because I think he's had them before. I'm really not sure how much the Denison Barbs go for. Oh. Yeah, that's true. Nature has its way of doing what it wants. It knows what it's doing. It knows, just like these plecos know, that zucchini is delicious there. So don't pass gas near breather bags then, right? I'm sorry I'm so far behind in the chat, guys. I'm just... Hello, George. Welcome, my friend. I'm so sorry if I've missed anybody in the chat. Please forgive me. I'm very sorry. My eyes are bad, and I had to switch over to a different device because I couldn't transport my iPad around because it was out of power, and I just put it on the charger. So I had to switch off and go to my phone. So a little bit different kind of a live stream this time, but I did put this zucchini out earlier at about 3:15, and they're really going to town on it here. That'll probably be completely devoured by tomorrow at this time. I'm sure it'll be gone. There'll be just a fork laying there in the tank. Hey, Bwizzle, hello. Sorry it took me so long to get through the chat, guys. Kara says, hi, Bwizzle. Welcome, Bwizzle, from Sarah. Eddie holds no punches. I hope everybody's doing well tonight, or this morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at. I think this is the tank right here where I sent bristle nose to you, John. Out of this one, could have been. I've got so many different tanks with these in it. I got a lot of albinos. I have some lemon blue eyes upstairs also. Just clean some of my snails and feed them to my pea puffers. They was alive bombing them. I thought about getting some pea puffers. I had so many snails. Like, I got quite a few in this tank right here, but I really like them. But one thing I could get a pea puffer for is to put in my scud tank, because I have a tank that is just packed full of scuds, and hopefully they would eat them. I'm not sure if they would or not. Somebody in the chat can let me know if they would. But I have lots of, and here's a couple of scuds. I've been trying to catch them out, so the Bloody Mary shrimp have a better opportunity to continue to thrive and build the numbers up. I started out with 3 Bloody Marys in that tank. Thanks so fast by the time I answer. 15 lines later. Yeah, I know it. I've been having a hard time keeping up. Yeah. Sea shrimp. They definitely eat scuds. Okay, great. Thanks, LJ. Oh, excellent. That's good. Hello, Morning Driftwood. Sorry. I'll let Chris know. Chris has a stream coming up at 7 o'clock. And he left before I had a chance to get through all the stream here, or through the chat, I should say. Very sorry for all the late replies on this. I don't know. Big, are you here? Big Easy? Or is that Big Shrimpin'? But I want to show, I'm going to come around this way again. I want to show my friend Tara, my second colony that I put 2 of the pregnant females in a new 20-gallon tank, and they dropped all their fry within like 2 days. I had 2 females. There's one of them right there, and there's the other one. And these are all the fry over the last few weeks. They've been putting on size like crazy. I've been feeding them baby brine shrimp and live baby brine and a lot of crushed flake. And they're really doing well. I have 1 male in the tank here, but there's some other ones coming up. I have some, there's a color one coming, you can see right there, that's a male coming up. There's a few of them in there. Now this right here, I'm still doing at 78 degrees. Oh, good, here we are. Thanks. I was worried about that, Chris. I'm sorry about being so slow on the chat. Let me know when it gets close to 7 so I can cut this off, because I don't want to miss a second of the premiere. I just came over to the other side of the tank here, Chris, to show Tara. These are the Blue Star Endlers that she gave me, and I brought 2 of the females over here that were good and plump, and they dropped. And you can see right here, it looks like they're already, she's almost ready to go again, it looks like. Putting on some size. Oh, nice. You know, maybe I can pick out a bunch of calls and you could add those to what you have. Maybe see what they would do for you. It's been a while since I called the 55. There's probably going to be some nice ones in there to do that. Oh, Blue Star, not Blue Dream. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Blue Star. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Blue Dream Shrimp. I've never called any of these at all. I mean, they're just all, I just love them. This is probably the only type of nanofish I have at the moment. But those little tiny males, I tell you, I just love them. He's working the whole tank here, though. He's got all these females pretty much ready to go. Yeah, this tank's only been set up now for 2 or 3 weeks. When I put those over here, that was a real nice dirty sponge filter. I rinsed it out, and I kept a lot of the good beneficial bacteria in it and moved them over here, and they've been doing great ever since. Oh, you made it home. Great, Adam. Just about time. It's 6:50. Okay. I just want to double check here to keep the time. I appreciate it because I can't see the time on my phone here for some reason or another while the stream's on. Hey, Craig, how you doing, my friend? One of these times, Craig, I'd like to have you on the live stream, Craig. We're talking about fish breeding and the way you breed all your African cichlids. That'd been perfect. Thank you very much, Sam, for dropping the links. Hey, Mel. Eight minutes. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right. What I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to go ahead and wind this stream up and get ready. I'm going to take a bio break. Grab myself a glass of pop and relax a little bit and get ready for Stubbs. And Mel says hi to Tara. Hi, Mel. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it, my friend. It's great having you here. Great having everybody here in the chat, as always. For the Bolivians, ooh, nice. Love the Bolivians. Craig, you beautiful mongrel, you, Coro says. Okay, my friends. So everyone, it's been great to see everyone, and I'll end this here, and I got to get ready, and we're going to go to Stubbs Aquatics and watch a wonderful premiere from him. He'll be in chat, and we'll be able to chat with him, and that's going to be fun. So thank you all so very much, and good to see everybody. Thank you, Sharpie. Good to see you, my friend. All right, folks, we'll see you in a little while. Thank you again, and have a great day and great evening or great morning, wherever you are in this world. Thank you. Bye-bye.